The country of Brunei. I was talking about this a while ago, and it's just a disgraceful country. That's what I'm all going to say. And I'm here to tell the world and tell the Irish people what other countries won't. The US won't get up and say something. They won't risk anything. Even though the arsenal of democracy they are often claim to be. Dubai, I don't know, I can't, but benign, sorry, my apologies, keep your mix up Dubai, and is a really strong dictator in it. He might be a monarchy, don't let that fool you. He might be the second longest monarch in the world. But the straight facts, I'm going to say, they didn't like it. We got an email from the whatever the embassy in bloody whoever the hell it is. I don't give a fuck. I really couldn't be bothered to really worry about them because if they don't tell, they have no place in the world stage. This fascist country. This is nothing but fascism, and he's a fascist dictator. This king, and he's suppressing freedom in this country. He's suppressing the will to be your own self. By targeting the gay community, by targeting all these citizens. He wants to stone them to death. That sounds like more of a dictator than a monarchy. And I'm telling the Irish people, and I'm telling everybody around the world, if you have connections, business connections or anything in this Southeast Asian country, just leave it. That's where they are. Let them bankrupt themselves. Let them be their own little country. If they want to start fascism in their own little country, they can. But the United Nations will not tolerate this, and especially the Republic of Ireland, which voted overwhelmingly to allow gay marriage. And that has one thing at its core. That is to be your own individual person, to have your own individual ideas, and to be your own self, and to choose your sexuality no matter who you are. And this dictator needs to be reminded that there is countries and there is people in this world who would challenge him. And me especially, I would challenge him. I'm putting it out there. They might contact me as much as they want. Whatever they ever have. Well, not in Ireland anyway. But I'm telling the Irish people, if you're in this idiot of a country, this idiot's dictatorship, to leave. It's same with Americans, British or Australians. Get out of this country. Because this country is a waste of time. Let him be his own little dictator over his own little place. And let the people over there say, and let's make the country bankrupt so we can get a new democracy in that country. Because this dictator, and I will vote him as a dictator, if they don't like it, they can come over here into this democratic state. And they can shoot me. If they want. They can send their special forces, even if they have any special forces. If that's if they don't stone them out of that. And they can shoot me. Because there's one thing this country stands for. This republic. And which we fought so hard to achieve. That Ireland has suffered gravely in the last few years. To achieve equality for all citizens. And that is gay marriage and homosexuality in the West. It's acceptable in this republic. Over in your fascist state, it might not be acceptable. But in this island, we accept them as who they are. And not on their religious beliefs or anything like that. If they want to be an Islamic country, they can be an Islamic country. But the whole world will not stand by, and especially this republic, will not stand by and let a dictatorship kill its own innocent civilians for being themselves. And I, as a person who's willing to stand against them, and stand against this dictator, and to say this republic will not tolerate you and will not acknowledge that you even exist as a king or as an emperor of that country. We would not acknowledge you. We would never acknowledge you, and we would die before we acknowledge you as any king or any head of state. And the Irish government should stand with me and say the exact same thing. Ireland will not tolerate this dictator, and the whole world should stand in the Kingdom of Norway, Netherlands, France, Germany, Russia should say, we will not tolerate them. We will not let this country bring down the world in human rights. We would not let a dictator rise again like in World War II or any other country. We must stand united against this, because he hasn't got a big army. The United Nations are stronger when they stand together and get a bit of gut. Because this fellow, this dictator, is nothing more than a person who needs to be set straight. A person who needs to be ousted and needs a democratic, stable government in Brunei to bring peace and to bring love back to this country and to their country. Because this fellow is leading this country back into the past of dark ages, where people are afraid to announce to themselves and to say to people that they were gay. And as I said so many times, it was the same here in Ireland a few years ago. And now we have made big strides towards people's freedom. And we should never let countries denounce their freedom, because this is basic freedom. Because they are human beings. These people over there are human beings, apart from this dictator. And if he kills one person, if I hear of him killing one person, I make sure that I make his government the most angriest government in the world against me. Because I make sure that I criticise them to the day I die. Until the day he leaves that building, whatever he's called, his dictatorship palace, whatever he wants to go forward as. That's the only time I stop talking about him. Because I will not let the United Nations and any other country or any place try and let this off. This country might only have a few people, nearly a million people, but that's it. We can't let them fall under this fascist dictator. And we must stand united against this evil person who decides to bring this country back to the dark ages. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and bye.